This is my kitchen. There used to be here a cabinet which I removed, and I actually leveled the floor here, as you can see. But I just want to concentrate here on the wall. I want to tell you what I want to do. Behind this wall there is a cable, actually electrical cable, that was meant for the dishwashers, okay? And it's here in this area, okay? You can see I sign it here. The cable should be here. So what I want to show you is, I want to show you how to actually make an outlet 120 volt for a dishwasher and where you should put it. Okay, if you look at this dishwasher, here's the dishwasher here. Okay, that's the dishwasher. You can see there is a space here. It's probably 8" from the floor, okay? This is going to touch the wall, okay? So you always, when you actually put an outlet for a dishwasher, it has to be between this space, okay? That the outlet plug will not somehow touch the dishwasher, okay? What used to be before used to be a cable that getting out of the wall, and that was a very bad approach to do, okay? So that's what I want to talk about today, and I want to show you how we can do it. The outlet I'm going to use, you see I actually purchased it in Home Depot or Lowe's. You can buy it, and you can actually put it in a wall. You can see what's happening here. If you look at it carefully, you can see this is kind of handles. There are two handles, and when you actually put it in the wall, they will hold this box for the outlet in the wall. So what I intend to do, I intend actually to cut a piece here in this wall, putting it here, okay, and actually measure, make sure it's not more than 8" above the floor. Cut the wall, the piece of wall, and insert it inside. So let me show you how I'm doing it. So the first thing I'm doing, I'm taking this box, this electrical box, you can see with these handles here, put it like that, put it like that, and I'm actually going to mark here and here, line where I have to cut. Okay, I put it here, and I make sure it's actually not more than 7" from the floor, okay? What I'm doing here, I'm actually just mark it here and mark it here. I'll show you where I mark it. So here what I did really, I'm actually mark this box, you can see around here, not around here. I just put this signature on the wall, and you can see here, that is a signature on the wall, straight line. Okay, and that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to cut it with a hammer, a knife or whatever, you know, to cut this piece of drywall and insert the box inside. And I just want to show the cable. Where is the cable here? It's actually behind this drywall. So I'm taking this hammer and I'll start cutting the wall. So I'm going to use this knife here, but very careful because there are wires behind it, behind the wall. I want to see if it's real. It really work. Okay, so you see why it's difficult? It's actually fiberglass sheetrock, and it's not a normal sheetrock. So here I have remove it, and I really make a hole, and now I can even try it. You can see it's going inside properly. With no problem, I just need to push it, But the first thing I have to do is to remove the cable, which is, I believe it's here. See, I'm actually just push it and really push it. I know it's here, but it's going to be tough. Here's the cable. Interesting, there's so much of it, yeah. That's the cable that was behind the wall, okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put an outlet here. That's what it used to be before. So here's the hole that I actually cut, you can see here, and you can see the cable is coming from the floor actually, and that is the cable really. And remember, the first thing we need to check, we need to make sure there is no power in this cable, that this cable is disconnected. This is a very important thing, remember. You don't want to die here. So here I am in an electrical panel here, or electrical box. And what we need to make sure that the breaker to this dishwasher is off. Okay, so we look here and we can see dishwasher is number 7. Number 7, you can see it's off. Okay, but that's not enough. You need really to check to see if there is electricity there, if there's a potential. Because sometimes it can misleading you. So just make sure that to check to make sure there is no power in the cable. I exposed the wire, as you can see here, and I actually checked to see if there is any voltage here. It's difficult to see it here, but I will put it here somehow and put it here. Okay, so this is the voltmeter, and in the voltmeter I will take this and I put it between the hot and the ground, and it should be 110. There's nothing here. Now this is the neutral. It doesn't matter because the ground is connected, so if I'm going to touch it, there is no problem here. As you can see, it's no power in this cable, and that's very important for us. Okay, so this is the box, as you can see here. Okay, and what I need to do, I need really to extend this hole. The wire will come from here, from the bottom of this box. So here is the way that the cable will go in. So just open it a little bit with a screwdriver, and we're going to put it now. So after I open this box, as you can see, I open this hole here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this cable and just push it in. Okay, I push the cable in. It's going to be tricky a little bit to push it, and we really don't need all these. The length of this cable is too much. Okay, we're going to cut it, but just let you know, that's the way you actually have to put it. Then you pull the cable. Okay, you just pull the cable, and it's going down. So I just want to show you what's happening down now. So after I pull the cable, okay, and I'm going to continue pulling it. It's very easy. So you see the box is actually going in now. Okay. Really this cable, we don't really need all of it. We're going to cut it significantly. Just for the education purposes. Okay, what you're doing now, you just push it. And you can see now there is a little bit difficult to pull it in, so I just need to increase the hole a little bit with knife to let it go in, okay, nicely, and then to attach it with these 2 screws here. So let's do it. So here I'm taking the knife and just a little bit, adjust here and adjust here. And it's about 1 millimeter really. And now I just try to push it again, and as you can see, it is pushing almost in. So you need to force it in. If you cannot do it, just force it in by smack it a little bit. Okay, so you can see now the box is inside, and what we need to do, we need just to attach the screws. Let me show you how it looks like from close proximity. So if you go here close, you can see the way it looks. Okay, so that's the way, and you can see the cable coming from the bottom. And now we're going to clean a little bit here, all the debris, and I will continue installing the outlet. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I'm actually going, there is two screws here, 1 and 2. And you have to drill them with the clock. Remember, not against the clock, because if you drill it against the clock, the handle will fail. So remember, you go in here, you push your finger, and that's it, 1, until it stops. The second one, that's it. So now we have 2 screws, and this one cannot be removed. And it will stay there until you remove it. Okay, so this cable, maybe you really need this, that is enough, I believe, a couple of maybe 5 inches from the wall, from the wall, maybe 3 inches. Okay, so I'm going to cut it here. Okay, for that one I probably need a plier. So I actually have a plier here, and that's, you know, when something doesn't work with power, so you may need to apply more power. And it's working perfectly here. So that's what we need, and now we need to actually connect it to the outlet. But the first thing we need to do is we need to remove this insulation. So to remove the insulation, I'm using a utility knife, and I'm actually going from here. Okay, just be careful on your finger here, and that is, the insulation is already really out. Okay, I just need to cut it from here. And what you have here, you have the ground. Okay, you don't need this paper here, brown paper. That's the paper comes. And what you have here, you have the hot, the neutral, and the ground. Okay, so now what I want to do, I want to use this utility knife in order to expose the hot and the neutral. You can use cutter if you want. You see, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I feel comfortable with utility knife, and as you can see, already exposed this part. So I need to expose a little bit more here, and I'll show you why. Probably 1 inch. Okay. Okay, so, and here, so you can see it's exposed already. Okay, and this is exposed always by default. So now what I need to do, I need to take the outlet and connect this neutral, hot, and ground to the outlet. Okay, if you look at this here, this is the right, okay? You can see this is a hole and another hole. This hole is bigger than this hole. These places always get the hot. See, with the golden color, and these always get the neutral. And this is the ground. So the first thing you always connect is the ground, okay? Then you connect either the hot or the neutral, doesn't matter. That's the way I'm doing it. You can do it differently, but it's better to connect the ground first. Okay, if you look at it, what I'm doing, I'm taking this ground and I'm going to make a loop. Okay, this loop should be with the clock. I'll show you why. I don't close the loop yet. I just put it here. Okay, around this ground. You can see here what's happening here, and I'm actually going to close it with these long nose tools or plier. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to lock it. Okay, attach it strongly as much as I can. Okay, so we have the ground already connected. Now I can connect the neutral. See the neutral, there is some insulation here, we'll have to remove. Same thing, so remember, I'm going to make a loop with the clock. Just going to push it in, okay, to this one of these screws here. Okay, you see, I connect it here. Now I'm going to clock it. Okay, first I want to close. Okay, lock it now. See, because the loop is with the clock and the screw is going with the clock, it actually attached strongly. So that's important. So both of them actually been connected already. Now flip it here, and I'm going to connect this puppy. This is the heart. Okay, so you see the clock is going with this direction here. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to make it with the clock. Same thing, I have to create a loop here. I won't close the loop until the end, I will close it when it's inside. Okay, so this is not so great. Okay, so now I get to close it. Just open the screw. Okay. Okay, so I just lock the loop, close the loop as much as I can, and then, okay, so now you can see the heart is always in the right. Here is the heart and here is the neutral. It's always have to be like that, otherwise you're going to have a big problem. Now what I have to do is just push it in and close it. So what left now is just to push it. As you can see, I'm pushing it, and there is a screw here. I just need to take the screw and drive it. Okay, I'm driving the screw here, and there is also a screw under, which I have to drive it also. Okay, so you can see it's not coming parallel, but we're going to fix it now. See why it's happening. So just put it like this. Okay, now it's parallel. And it's going to be better when I'm actually going to attach it with this drill. Okay, I will go from down and from up. Okay, so now you can see the way it's look. Okay, it's excellent. It's flashing with this box, and just what we need to do now, just need to connect, put the cover, but before we want to test to see if there is a power. So we're going to turn on the electrical power and we try to measure it. Before, what I want to check, I want to see if the ground is connected properly. So I'm going to put it on a kilo ohm, okay? I'm going to check the ground. You cannot see it, but I'm actually going here. Where is the ground? Okay, the ground here is the button, green buttons. They have to be 0 here. When I touch, you see that's metal. When I'm touching it, they have to give it 0. So the ground is connected properly. So we're going to take this, put it back on 200 volt AC. And we're going to turn on the electricity now. So I connect the electricity, just make sure it's in voltage AC. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to test to see if there is. I'm actually going to touch it from here. That is the neutral, and this is the heart, and as you can see, 123. Share from here. I don't know if you see it or not. Okay, so here is the neutral from here and from here. 124. Okay, 0.5. Okay, now really I can do it from here, but it's a little bit more difficult. Okay, actually from here you also can see it. Okay, so it's 124.7. You can see it here. Good. Now between the heart And the ground here, ground is actually the metal. Should be 124 volt also. There's 124 volt, it's good. So it says it's connected between the hot, okay, and the neutral should be 124.6. So that's it. So it said to us that it's working perfectly, it's no problem. So the only thing left now is just to close the cover here, to put the cover here. So here's the cover, you can see here, putting the cover here. Okay, and I need to use one of the screwdriver here. Okay, so here it is. So as you can see, it's already done, and it will serve properly the dishwasher.